It is our responsibility, all of us, from whatever country we come from, to recognize that although there are fewer grunts, ground troops, peons, snuffies, whatever you want to call them, in Vietnam, fewer white American soldiers dying, there are more yellow people dying than ever before because of the defoliants that we're dropping, the chemicals that we're using, the bomb tonnage that we're using, the type of new kinds of sophisticated automated battlefield mechanisms that are being put into Vietnam. I'm sure that you all know that as well as we do. Over 2.5 times Hiroshima is being dropped in terms of bomb tonnage on Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam each week. 2.5 times Hiroshima. That's a terrifying thing to recognize, that there are babies being born with flippers instead of hands, with soft skulls, with no tear ducts, with soft palates, because of the things that our government is dropping on that country. Their crops are being destroyed, their animals are being destroyed, their water supply is being polluted. There are areas where people will never be able to live again, and it's our government which is doing it, the American government in our names. The soldiers know this. The soldiers that are loading the bombs in the planes know it. The soldiers that are working on the flight lines know it. The pilots know it. The photo reconnaissance experts know it. The men who are waging the war from Okinawa, from Japan, from the Philippines, from Hawaii, from the nuclear attack aircraft carriers, they know it. And they're beginning to say no. We will not load bombs anymore. We will not kill Vietnamese people anymore. And we're beginning to ask ourselves why and in whose interests are we here.
The following demands represent the feelings of hundreds of American servicemen and women on Iwakuni base, as well as the wives and families of servicemen at this base. We can no longer remain silent about the atrocities and injustice being perpetrated by the United States military on peoples of other nations, nor the petty harassment that servicemen and women are made to endure day after day.
We demand an end to all discriminating policies against persons because of their race.
We demand an end to all discrimination against persons such as anti-war GIs because they do not agree with U.S. policies. We demand that the Japanese people be authorized to search Iwakuni base to determine the truth about nuclear weapons on this base. We demand that no plane leaving Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni be allowed to fly to Southeast Asia for any reason whatsoever. We demand that Iwakuni base be given back to the Japanese people and stop being run by the imperialistic American government.
We demand an immediate and total withdrawal of all air and ground troops and CIA from Vietnam, as well as from Korea, Guam, Okinawa, Japan, the Philippines, Israel, Cambodia, Thailand, Germany, England, Panama, Guantanamo Bay, Laos,
will be presented outside in one corner, each corner, and this corner here and the corner here by people. If you do believe in these demands, please put your signatures on them. Thank you.
We're done with it forever and ever, because we are the living and we will not be destroyed. If you make a war, if there are guns to be aimed, if there are bullets to be fired, if there are men to be killed, they will not be us. They'll not be us, the guys who grow wheat and turn it into food, the guys who make clothes and paper and houses and tiles, who build dams and power plants and string the long, moaning, high-tension wires, the guys who crack crude oil down into a dozen different parts, who make light globes and automobiles and sewing machines and shovels and airplanes and tanks and guns. Oh, no. No, it will not be us who die. It will be you. It will be you. You who urge us on to battle. You who incite us against ourselves. You who would have one cobbler kill another cobbler. You who would have one man who works kill another man who works. You who would have one human being who wants only to live kill another human being who wants only to live. Remember this. Remember this well, you people who plan for war. Remember this, you patriots, you fierce ones, you spawners of hate, you inventors of slogans. Remember this, as you have never remembered anything else in your lives. We are men of peace. We are men who work, and we want no quarrel. But if you destroy our peace, if you take away our work, if you try to range us one against the other, we will know what to do. If you tell us to make the world safe for democracy, we will take you seriously, and by God and by Christ, we will make it so. We will use the guns you forced upon us. We will use them to defend our very lives. And the menace to our lives does not lie on the other side of a no man's land set apart without our consent. It lies within our own boundaries here. And now we've seen it, and we know it. Put the guns into our hands, and we will use them. Give us the slogans. We'll turn them into realities. Sing the battle hymns, and we'll take them up where you left off. Not 1, not 10, not 10,000, not 1,000,000, not 100,000,000, not 1,000,000,000, but 1 billion, 2 billion of us. All the people of the world. We will have the slogans, and we will have the hymns, and we will have the guns, and we will use them, and we will live. Make no mistake of it. We will live. We will be alive, and we will walk and talk and laugh and sing and love and bear our children in tranquility, in security, in decency, in peace. You plan the wars, you masters of men. Plan the wars and point the way, and we will point the gun.